Emerald Phoenix asked, to Weiss, have you ever wished you had a singing type semblance? You know, having a semblance where I can send shockwaves with my singing voice would be cool, but I am already very good with my glyphs, so pass. Christopher Pyrrha has 2 questions for Blake. How are things going in life with you as a faunus? And do you think Yang is a little smart or outright reckless? When I stopped hiding my faunus identity, I was met with a lot of insults and distasteful glances from others. But I don't really care anymore. If they want to insult someone for something they were born with, then that's their problem, not mine. As for Yang, she did start fighting less recklessly and smarter. I think the break she had before her adventures has really helped her. Super Striker 4642 asked, to everyone, what is your favorite kaiju?
Mothra! It's a giant moth! And between you and me, moths are cool. What's a kaiju?
Baragon. Ghidorah. Combining a Hydra with a dragon is brilliant.
Kong, of course, because giant monkey.
King Kong, meet Queen of the Castle.
I like Godzilla. Sorry, I'm still new to this stuff.
Mothra.
Mecha Godzilla.
RJ the Wonder Kid asked, for Pyrrha and Penny, what would happen if you two switched teams? Well, that would require me going to Atlas, and honestly, Atlas is a bit too, how do I say this as nicely as possible, pretentious. No, I chose Beacon because it's the most welcoming school in all of Remnant, with one of the most renowned headmasters ever.
Switching teams with the Pyrrha Nikos? That is sensational! I've always wanted to go to Beacon. Team RWBY, especially Ruby, are my best friends. And Beacon is much more cozy than Atlas is.
Transformer Recaption has a question for Team RWBY, and I think they meant to say Team Juniper instead of Team Ranger. To RWBY, how was your cross-tag battle adventure?
Awesome! Meeting all those different people and their weapons. Oh, Ragna had the best weapon by far. Plus, I got to meet real-life Samurai and Geisha. Honestly, I could have done without the spontaneous life-or-death battle. Why can't we ever go on more peaceful adventures?
Me and Yang were mostly shopping. We wanted to see what clothes and treats were around. Surprisingly, our Lien converted to... what were they called again? Dollars? All that fighting we did as a team was a great workout. Oh, we also kept that weird keystone thingy too. And to Team Juniper, do you feel left out that Team RWBY got to be in the game and you guys were only alt outfits?
I mean, yeah, it would have been cool to be in it, but we had our own little adventure here in Beacon. We had a pillow fight.
I am not disappointed at all. Such an adventure would have cut into my training schedule.
I'm okay. We are already in the game.
You're telling me they chose Neapolitan over us? Neapolitan over us? Okay, whoever came up with this idea needs to have their legs broken, and I am willing to have the honors of breaking said legs.
Please note, none of us wish harm on any of the game developers out there. This was merely meant as a joke and to play up Nora's character.
Kid Prime asked a question for RWBY, Weiss, Blake, Yang, Pyrrha, and Penny.
Fire away!
To RWBY, what cookies do you like?
Oh, I like all sorts of cookies, but if I had to pick a favorite, you can't beat good old-fashioned chocolate chip.
To Weiss, what type of giant grim would you create with your glyph semblance? Well, it's a good thing I can control the size of my summons now, isn't it? Right now, my only summons are the Armagigas, a Boba-Tusk, a Queen Lancer, and I am still working on the Nevermore. Why can't I only summon the wings anyway? I've also defeated some Mandicores too. Maybe I could try summoning them. But to answer your question, if I were to pick any Grim out there to make giant, I would probably go for a Griffin. They're very versatile, and a giant one means more people can ride on it. To Blake, if you and Yang were surfing, who do you think would win? Yang, I don't really like getting in the water. No, it's not just because I am part cat. To Yang, do you miss your motorcycle? Thankfully, in this canon, I still have Bumblebee. Yeah, this canon of RWBY is weird. We're in our time skip outfits, but still in Beacon. Wonder what else is canon here. To Pyrrha, do you think Jaune will find another girl to fill the hole in his heart?
What are you talking about? Pyrrha's fine.
Yeah, what are you talking about? To Penny, are you ticked off you were killed off in a mean-spirited way in Volume 8?
Oh, you're talking about the canon events. Well, technically, in this reality, I never died. But viewing what happened in canon reality, I think I made the right choice. Winter will take better care of the maiden powers than I ever will. So, in conclusion, I am not upset. Plus, I got a theme song out of it.
And one more. Do any of you like pizza?
Yes!
What is this pizza you speak of? Only if it has anchovies. You bet.
Pizza is the best thing to ever exist.
Pizza? Where? Where is the pizza?
I prefer a salad.
I've made many pizzas, and I will admit that they are good.
I don't know.
Matt says Yang has a question for everyone. Okay, maybe we should limit things to one question per person per video. To RWBY, how do you lift such a heavy scythe? Do you work out?
Yang and I love working out together. Plus, when I was still in Signal, Uncle Crow let me borrow his scythe, so I had practice.
To Weiss, do you want to build a snowman? Why do so many people make Frozen references to me? To Blake, did your bow hamper your hearing any? I mean, I have 4 sets of ears. I just could hear the normal amount, like a human. To Yang, can your prosthetic arm feel anything? Not really. I mean, I can move it around like a normal arm, but it doesn't have skin, and I don't think it has nerves. To Jaune, how does it feel to not have a gun hybrid weapon?
I think it's alright. I mean, guns are cool, but I don't think I can see myself with a gun, to be honest.
To Nora, what do you think of that green-themed illusionist that is Emerald?
I mean, she started out on the wrong side, but I think having someone with her abilities on our side is awesome. Also, by the way, Be Strong and Hit Stuff is a Nora song only, okay? Emerald has nothing to do with it.
To Pyrrha, say I were to accidentally point a bow and arrow at you. What would be your reaction? Assuming it is all made out of metal, I would ready my semblance. To Ren, what do you think of pancakes?
I mean, I make them.
To Penny, so were you programmed to hiccup when you lie, or is that a glitch in the system?
Programmed? Glitch? What do you mean? I am perfectly normal.
The Overseer has a question for Yang, Blake, and Ren. To Yang, do you remember the first time your hair ever caught on fire? Oh, I remember. It was my first ever haircut. I didn't want a haircut because I loved having long hair, so I got so angry that my hair caught on fire. It scared the grapes out of my dad. To Blake, you already said the words you think your team personifies. What about Juniper and Penny? Jaune's is easy. He is spontaneous. Nora is unpredictable. Pyrrha, I'd have to say heroic. Ren is tranquility, and Penny is innocence. For Ren, let's say there's an alternate crazy version of Nora who has a bad habit of stabbing everyone. Does she have a hidden weakness that can be exploited?
Pancakes, maybe? I've also noticed that I'm a weakness averse too. No idea why.
And finally, Akira Yamagashi has a question for each of Team RWBY. Yeah, I agree with Weiss. We should limit it to one question per user per video. To Weiss, have you ever tried the blueberry gum from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? No, for 2 reasons. 1, it does not exist. And 2, I don't chew gum. To Yang, who do you want to push in the mud, Weiss or Velvet? Neither. Weiss is my teammate and Velvet is too pure. To Blake, have you ever read Charlie and the Chocolate Factory or Alice in Wonderland? No, but we do have a book similar to one of those stories. The Girl Who Fell Through the World. It's a really good read. And to RWBY, have you played in the mud as a child?
When I was a wee child, me and Yang would make mud pies. Yang raised me since Mom wasn't around and Dad was, well, Dad. So she taught me how to cook with mud pies.
Thank you so much for the questions. If you have any more questions, please comment them below. And be on the lookout for a new community poll. We may add a new character to the roster.